Hello, welcome to another of my interview series that I'm doing pretty regularly with another great guest, Dalton Stephen Blavins. It's going to be a pleasure to have you, brother. Let me invite you on. Right. Right, there we go, man. Yeah, I invited you on, and today's going to be interesting, because Dalton's a very cool character, and again, we should tap into that knowledge and see and hear his story. I don't know, so I'm kind of getting a lot of benefit, see what wisdom we can tap into, see what we can learn today, and, you know, to keep us stronger and more united in the weird shit that we do, like drinking our own piss and other healthy, freaky things, right? Being healthy is very weird in a society where people are just unhealthy. When you take health seriously, you ostracize yourself. When you do shit, you don't do shit other people do. You don't drink alcohol, you don't smoke cigarettes, you don't eat the garbage they eat, you don't eat as much as them, you don't eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And when you fast, you ostracize yourself from society, from people. Good. It's not good at all, you know, but it is a warrior life, and it's what we choose, and it's important that we keep going on Facebook and watching YouTube videos and finding people that resonate with our messages, you know, to keep us invested in this lifestyle, because as soon as we step out the doors, and as soon as we're confronted with normal sin, all there is degenerative disease, pain, illness, and all kinds of crap, and normal people are beautiful. I mean, we're all normal, right? We're all average, in a way. People are beautiful, but they just don't know how to be healthy, and it's not even their fault. It's doctors, it's society, it's the Matrix, it's the Illuminati. It's the Illuminati that fucks us up, man. Whatever it is, there is a fucking to keep us dumb and stupid, and it involves money and big pharma and us not living as long, not living to our potential. It involves us not finding out our Breatharian states. It involves us being kept in a materialistic, feeding on the system, working 9-to-5 slave jobs, etc., etc. Alright, so yeah, man, okay. Dalton, yeah, I see your request here, so, I think we're good to go, man. I think this is gonna work, so... Alright, people, let's, bring him on, and, Carl, I'll leave, that question for Dalton to answer, and then I'll answer afterwards, but I'm sure Dalton's got an opinion, because he's a urine therapy guy. He does urine therapy, and he's got pretty much amazing stories on it, on how powerful it is. He knows a lot of shit on urine therapy, another one, so he'll tell you. Dalton, there was a request feed from you I received, and now it's gone. Did you just undo the request? I had a request, and I was just holding it for a little bit while I talked for a bit, and then it's just disappeared. Oh, wait, I got it. Let me add viewers to the broadcast. Add. Send me that request again. I'm not... I got it. It came up as red for me to accept. You accepted it. Why does it come up? Yeah, you did. You did accept it. Oh, wait. Okay. I thought you did accept it, because I got this little red thing to accept. Normally when I press the red thing, it happens. The magic happens, innit? Like, but it just disappeared. I didn't get a chance to accept it. I mean, I saw the red thing, you know, and I got to click the red thing and say yes or no, and then it just disappeared. Like, that's weird. Why has it done that? Doll, mate, try and send that again. Try and accept the request. You did accept it. Yeah, I know you did. I thought you did, man, because it came up red on my little thing, and then I don't think I pressed cancel. I don't think I pressed cancel. Is there a way you can try again? Because I've not got the little red sign saying to let you in. And it was up there. It was definitely there. And I just thought I'd just talk for a couple of minutes just before. Hold you a little bit, you know. And then it's disappeared. Yeah, definitely. Fucking Illuminati's watching us. The Facebook Illuminati. Trying to stop us from having this interview, yeah? We're just the little people. Innit? they think that it's kind of crazy that they'll censor like flat Earth posts and posts about other shit. But the health thing, the urine therapy and sun gazing, they don't seem to censor for whatever reason. I don't know why, because urine therapy is one of the most powerful. I really don't believe that they're actually checking big channels and shit, which is crazy because they should be. Anyone promoting urine therapy they should be onto, because that's one of the most powerful healing modalities. Yeah, way more than flat Earth, way more than it's a fucking game changer. Oh, there we go. Okay, you're coming on. Right. Okay, dude, I'm adding you, and then we'll roll with this. Adding in progress. Hey, Maz, another guy that secretly does urine therapy and alkaline water, which is fucking cool as well. You got the best of both worlds, in my opinion. Two very powerful healing waters. Hey, Dalton.
Greetings, Harry. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, man.
Great to see you.
Good, son. Out in the sun. Are you out in your garden? Where are you?
I actually am. I'm actually out here grounding right now in my backyard.
Awesome.
Sun gazing. Just got done doing some urine therapy not too long ago. I've been out just doing a little bit of exercise. Just wanted to say it's a great opportunity. I feel honored to have this opportunity to share this wisdom. You know, be here with all you today. So, anyways, you know, we can get started with this.
The honor's ours, honestly, because I've been watching you for a long time, man, and I love your posts about unconditional love, and I think that's your mastery, but you also do lots of health things as well, so we want to tap into that today. We want to get into
I really do.
Yeah, how old are you, dude, by the way? I never asked you. You're quite young, right?
I'm 20 years old.
Oh, wow.
I'm an Aquarius. I was born February 4th, 1998.
Awesome.
Born here in Florida. Yes. That's where I'm at now.
Oh, wow, in Florida. Cool, man. That's fucking in the Sunshine State. Yep. Getting lots of sun, right? Get loads of sun gazing.
Yeah. As much as I can, brother. Yeah, for sure.
Dude, you're a legend. Okay, so can we start off with like I don't actually know your story completely. So first off, how did you get into this world of like urine therapy and sun gazing and grounding and all things healthy, man?
Well, to be honest with you, Harry, I have to tell you, and you know, truly, you are one of the main people that introduced me to this knowledge. You know what I mean? You reawakened me, and you know, helped me truly remember this divine knowledge. And you're definitely one of the forerunners, one of the pioneers, forefathers, you know, of this information, at least to me, you know, where I had came and I had received it, you know, just I've been seeing your posts for probably at least the past year now, if not longer. And at first, you know, it took some time for me to receive it, but over time and then through experience, you know, because words can't teach, only experience can. So eventually, as I started to experience this for myself, I realized the truth behind all of this knowledge and how it actually affects one and how it can actually change the nature of ourselves and our reality. So since I began using urine therapy, I've just noticed complete cellular regeneration and restoration on all levels. I'd have to say, with, you know, all of my organs, you know, my eyes, even my ears. I had cured an ear infection. I had cured in a way, like onset blindness from acid forming, you know what I mean? Like where your vision get a little bit blurry, you cure that up, cure up the sinuses. Keeps the teeth very clean.
Right.
The gums clean.
Yep.
Clears out the throat. Definitely with that, I mean, like I said, raises your energy levels. My energy levels have gone way up. My sexual energy has gone way up.
Yep.
Circulation and actually my muscularity too. Also, I think it has increased like my muscularity.
Awesome.
Using it through the nose for sure. Like that whole thing you had just said. I just started doing that like maybe a month and a half ago or something. But yeah, really brings clarity to the mind and clears out the sinuses very well. Does that. The skin, it for sure clears up the skin. Probably the most effective thing I've ever used to clear up acne or anything like that.
Yes.
What else? Hair. the hair, you can see my hair.
Yeah, that's
honestly,
looking good, brother. That's fucking looking good.
Looking better than ever.
Yeah.
That's really from the urine too, you know what I mean? And that's coming from the abundance of the minerals, the hormones, and the stem cells that are really in there. And you can really tell, you know what I mean? And another person that I do have to mention, who had actually, like, because I had heard that you and him around the same exact time. I don't know if you're aware of him, if you've ever spoken to him, but his name is Daniel Drury.
Yes.
I don't know if you've ever heard of him.
Yeah, of course I have.
You know Daniel.
Yeah, man, of course.
Yeah. So Daniel was someone who was very, very helpful to me, just being because I got to talk to him because I was skeptical at first, you know what I mean? And I hadn't really, you know what I mean? And he spoke to me more on his experiences with it. And once he really explained it to me, like, it made more and more sense, you know, and talking about pretty much reintroducing yourself to yourself, you know, and like regenerating yourself, you know what I mean? So it brings back like the essence of who you are. It essentially like brings out, you know, people have said, like that woman I said the other day, she had said, oh, it healed my soul, which, yeah, I mean, I understand, you know, it's just like, it kind of, you know, allows you to be more free to be who you are because, you know, you're getting all that, the pure kind of essence of who you are reintroduced to the body. So it's like, it really does, it like, I feel like it boosts like the confidence, like the creativity, you know, with the whole depression, it cures that. With everything really, like, you know, anger and things like that. I mean, there's really it really just kind of, it really kind of has so many different aspects that I'm sure, like, even like my fucking, like, even like my eyebrows, like I've seen it like heal the hair on that. Like, what else, you know, I'm trying to think. I honestly think it probably has something to do with making you smell better too, to be honest with you.
Cool.
I
Which
think
one?
that
Fresh or aged? Fresh urine, aged urine to smell better? Which one? Both?
You know what? Here's the thing is that I haven't really used too much aged urine. I've used a little bit of aged urine, and I've had really great experiences with it. But that's probably like the next level I'm about to go to.
Cool.
I feel like once I start using the aged, I know that I'm definitely gonna have an even more increase. You know what I mean? Like, I know that it's gonna be like times, you know, whatever now. Cause and it makes sense, you know, I've researched it and I've seen, you know, the science on it and everything, and I really agree with it. And actually something I heard about, I don't know if you've ever heard about this. I think you probably have, but aging it for like up to a certain amount of time, there starts to grow the fucking like a psychedelic fungus in it.
Yeah.
That is actually.
Yep.
It's true. So yeah, Daniel had brought that to my attention before, and you know, so I'm gonna see how that goes, and I'm gonna take that, and then I maybe could share that experience with you, because I'm gonna go for that.
There's so many exciting things to come with urine therapy, isn't there? Like you've used all the applications from what you sound like. You've used fresh everywhere. Have you used enemas, by the way? You didn't say enemas. Have you tried the fresh?
Actually, I did. You know what? I just got done doing one before the interview, and I did a handstand, and did some yoga, and that as well is I'm gonna continue to use that along with all other applications. But the level of like true healing and true well-being that comes from practicing this method it's completely authentic, and it's completely genuine, and it's completely real. You know what I mean? Once you're truly in tune, you know, if you're truly in tune with yourself, and you know, you'll realize once you experience it for yourself how real it actually all is. So it's completely real. It's completely effective. And like you said, it really doesn't have a limit, just like with that, you know, with all other aspects of ourselves. Like it's just really expanding. And I just see it continuing to do that. And now, like, this is an example of me being somebody who would have, like, a year ago would have watched this video and, you know, been kind of skeptical about it, and hadn't really experienced it yet. And now I'm literally on an interview, you know, being somebody who's had the experience for themselves, and it really does work. If anybody's watching, if you're wondering if it works, if you're wondering, you know, can it heal this, can it heal that, chances are whatever you're experiencing, whether it can be a whole wide range, you know, whether it's sexual, whether it's breathing, or like, you know, with your, you know, with your, even with your breath too, it does, it's like that thing with the oxygen thing. I've noticed that, how it increases.
Deeply oxygenates your blood, deeply oxygenates the cells in your body, because your cells are surrounded by fluids. When those fluids get the oxygen from the water, the water and the fluids, man, the oxygen is pure fucking shot oxygen, that fresh urine. Aged urine even more so, but fresh urine, wow, right?
Yeah, and I see what you mean by that, because, you know, I do a lot of sun gazing too. Sun gazing was something that I was kind of doing a little bit before urine therapy, and the urine therapy and the sun gazing really go hand in hand, along with deep conscious breathing and all that. So yeah, I would say, you know, skin
it's
pop.
like sun and water.
Go ahead.
Sun and water are like the most important things. Sun gives us life, but so does water, because we are water. We are water and we are sun. So you get the sun gazing, you get the urine therapy, you've got a golden twosome there, and that's all you need.
Yeah, and you can't forget that though.
Oh yes.
You cannot forget the ground.
No, get yourself some negative ions.
You can't forget the grounding, and you cannot forget the breath.
Yes, and a bit of what you're doing now as well. Sunshine on your bare skin.
Too.
Sunshine on your bare skin, yoga, what you're doing. That's all good, man.
To be honest with you, to be completely honest with you, most of these methods are ones that you have brought to my, you know, more, you know, attention in such a way that had made me inclined to do so. So truly, I'm extremely grateful and thankful to you for that, because, you know, just in the way in which you had expressed yourself, just the way in which you had the simplicity and the explanation, you know what I mean? Just the authenticity of your own experiences and your own, you know, knowledge and wisdom that you were spreading. It was somebody that reached me very, you know, I received that very much and deeply, you know what I mean? So
I'm honored. I've got to put it back at you, because it's not just about me and helping other people. Look, because I put the message out there. We all put the message out there. Not everyone receives it. So I've got to put out a big shout out to you, man, for totally being open-minded enough. Not just open-minded enough. Now that it's changed your life, you took what other people have told you, and you took it upon yourself to change your life, man, change your health by doing the urine therapy, doing the grounding, doing the yoga. It's you as well, man. Because a lot of people listen to me and think it's a joke. A lot of people listen to us about urine therapy and all the sun games.
Oh, I know.
Right?
Yeah, I know. And I never, and like, I always just, it's funny because people think that just because you have a sense of humor, you know, you're not being, like, what you're saying isn't true. And that's just, it is though. It really is though. And like, you know, it's really crazy. Like, this is really miracle. Like, the stuff of miracles, like, truly, like, I'm literally taking a piss right now, I swear to God. And because literally, I swear, no, listen, I had something happen to me. I got caught in like a thunderstorm the other day. When me and my friend were walking to get some guacamole from the store, and we were walking back, and we had got caught in a thunderstorm.
Oh shit! Yeah.
And you know, it's crazy because actually it was before. I was like, that had happened, but then it was like a few days before. It's crazy because I was in the same spot. I was out in the woods, kind of close to my house in this park. I was sun gazing, and I was like sunbathing, and I was grounding, and I was doing like some speaking intention to sun, doing some of the mudras and stuff. Yeah. You know, and I was doing all that, and I remember I was walking through the woods, and I had got my feet, like my toes, I had caught them on a sharp vine, like some pretty sharp vine that had some thorns on it or something, and it literally had got caught in between my feet. Like, and, you know, my toes. And then, so it was kind of like it's kind of a sensitive area, you know, like getting, like, if you get cut right there. So I got caught pretty much in between my toes. Like, hold up, I think I can see it. But yeah, it's pretty much like right here, you know, in between, like right there, you can pretty much see.
Yeah, nasty, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Like right here, look, like right here too. It was like the next day I had got caught in that, the storm with my friend, and we had to run. We had to go get some guacamole because we had chips at the house and no guacamole. So we literally took, like, you know, 2-mile walk, you know, 1.5-mile walk, and on our way back it's storming. So we end up running through the same woods again, and this time they're fucking flooded with, you know, a fuckload of water, pretty much, just like, you know, big puddles of water in this more of like a forest area. And it was deep, you know, there's a lot of debris and stuff in it and everything. So once again, we're just running through it, trying to get to like a pavilion to get some cover. And what happens? I catch that same foot.
Oh shit.
The same exact, and even the same exact spot too.
Oh,
and
no
then
way.
my other foot, the same vines. Literally, like they cut the fuck out of me. You know what I mean? Like, but it was like okay, and it was good. And like I ended up like, and it caught me, and like and then I caught myself because I almost had fallen, but I caught myself. I was good.
Yeah.
But the whole point is that you know you use your feet a lot. I walk a lot. You know what I mean? You're active. You're on your feet. You know, having a cut in between the feet can be pretty it can be pretty annoying.
Yeah.
And you know, so anyways, like right now, literally within over the past week or so, or the past maybe 4 or 5 days, just using urine therapy like on these cuts, bro.
Yeah.
Like really, swear to God, literally using it on these cuts.
Yeah.
You know, it's really healed it incredibly. And like if you really think about it, like how incredible that really is. Because like what you're really essentially doing is like
it's supposed to be a waste product, isn't it? Right?
Yeah, and like what else can do that? Like what else exists that can even do that?
Yeah, that's free, and we make it every single day.
Neosporin, like Neosporin, no, like Neosporin is just kind of like gonna coat your shit, and it's not really gonna, you know what I mean? Like it's not. You already know, like it's just self-explanatory. Like these are like literally reintroducing the stem cells and stuff to it and everything. It really works. I mean, it's healing it, and that's just one example. I've had cuts on my arms before. I've had, you know, like bad acne. You know, use it on there. It clears it right up, and it really does work.
Oh yeah, because your skin is looking good, brother. Your skin is looking smooth. Like you've done some urine therapy on it. You've been massaging some skin. You're massaging in, right?
Oh yeah, I have, bro. I've been doing that pretty consistently, probably for I'd say like over the past month at least, somewhat pretty consistently. You know what I mean? Yeah. But at the same time, you know, I still have my bouts with some foods that I know I'd be better off with, and you know, certain things that I'm still getting, you know, more control over and disciplining myself to do what's best for myself. So, but ultimately, I'm really making nothing but progress. You know, I'm really gaining nothing but wisdom, and I'm gaining more, you know, vitality every single day. Just because I'm on so many levels, like I'm celibate too. Like I've actually been celibate now for like close to like a month and a half, and I think you had mentioned something that you were doing it too, and then like it's crazy because I had like a wet dream had like come to me, where like I had something that had happened to me in a dream where I had kind of like, you know, kind of had got to me, you know what I mean? But still, even that, I've still like the power that like the energy that I'm gaining at such a rapid rate. It's like I can't be stopped now. Because you know I take in solar energy every day. I'm sun gazing every day. I'm sunbathing every day. You know, I'm doing exercise every day. And I'm only doing it more and more. It's like I'm going like each day, like I'm going on the next level every day with it. Like, you know what I mean? Like each day I'm like, like it's increasing in intensity. So it's like you got sun gazing, you got urine therapy,
semen retention. Semen retention, right? I'm talking about semen retention.
The semen retention, the celibacy, no pornography, no masturbation. You know, pretty much kind of really no intimate contact with anybody. And me right now, it's more a divine purpose in a way. Like I'm legally married to a woman who's my wife, and like her and I are separated, like due to I guess you could say due to spiritual reasons. But in my knowing, in my heart, you know, she's a twin flame, like she's my twin flame, but we pretty much were forced to separate due to karmic reasons, I guess you could say, and due for our own spiritual evolution and awakening. So that's truly like, I had seen her in a dream a few nights ago, and like, you know, I had a lot of feelings. Like I had just got done talking to a girl recently, and like I like in my heart, it's just when you love a person, you know, you just don't really feel that. You just really just can't feel, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but you just don't really find anybody else attractive, like as much as you do them. And like that connection you have with them. So it's like, it's been a kind of a blessing to me, because I just feel like, why, you know, I might as well just save my sexual energy and my energy for the highest good of all humanity, and really be
Hell
more
yeah.
focused on setting a positive example for people, and not really be all caught up in
Yep.
trying to like, because I already, you know, I mean, I already know I could get anyone or do, you feel me? Like, it's just like, but
Yeah.
really, you know, you can't really replace the one that you truly love. And you know, it's better just to focus on improving yourself and loving your own self, and not
Dude.
really settling for something that, you know, isn't going to truly fulfill you. You know, that really
Yeah.
goes with anything in life, no matter what it is. You know what I mean? You should
I love your
always really, you
mindset.
know.
Dude, I love it. I love your mindset. That's very
Yeah,
powerful. Like what you're saying. Like for the
yours as
betterment
well,
of
Harry.
humanity. Yeah, it really is. Like, do you know what's important about we're talking physical health here, but you just transition from physical health to you're doing physical health protocol, you transition to emotional. You're talking about emotional stuff. Your mastery to me, all the physical work you do, you want to touch base a little bit on what you're talking about here is, you know, you talk about empowerment and consciousness and divineness. Do you want to talk a little bit about like this one consciousness idea? Because that's to me, that's your mastery, man. You're a master to me of one consciousness, and you want to speak a little bit about how you came about this idea, not the idea, you've experienced it, the one consciousness, the fact that we're not separate as people.
Well, to be honest with you, one of my earliest memories of that is truly because, like, I know that of all along I had always we've always known it, like, of your oneness and everything. But for me, it had came to me on from psilocybin, actually, which is something also probably my most
Magic mushrooms,
the most
right?
yeah, psilocybin, which I'd probably have to say is one of the most healing substances that exist as well.
Wow, big statement.
Psilocybin pretty
That's a
much,
big statement, man. That's probably true. That's fucking big.
yeah, I would say psilocybin is probably my preferred, you know, medicine in that way out of everything. Um, Really, but not to say I haven't had, you know, beneficial experiences from other, you know, things, but I would have to say psilocybin is, in a way, one of the greatest substances I've ever used to
Wow.
really have that spiritual awakening and spiritual empowerment, and in every way, empowerment and enlightenment. So, but yeah, I was experimenting with large doses of that, you could say, at a younger age. When I was 18, I had taken 10 grams of some liquid psilocybin at once. And I met God. I literally, you know, I fully awakened my chakras, and, you know, in those moments and such, and I was looking in the mirror, and I literally started to like have a conversation with myself, and I pretty much I had fully opened up my third eye, and I saw God, and I could see, you know, I realized that everything was God. And I realized that I realized I was God, and like I was looking in the mirror and looking at myself, and I realized, you know, that I had met God, and that I was Him. And then I had sat there and had realized that I was thinking of all the people, like, you know, at the time, like Kevin Gates is one of my favorite rappers, or like John Frusciante from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, which was like the band that got like really like one of the band that like saved my life, that got me to like awaken my love for life and music, because I'm like a vocalist and a musician as well, and I'm a rapper. But it was crazy because I had realized, I'm like, oh wait, I'm like, I am Kevin Gates, I'm like, I am John Frusciante, like I am you, I am everything, like I knew it, you know what I mean? It wasn't like I thought it, I had realized the truth of it all. And I just remember, I remember, you know, I was everything. Like, I remember even I even thought of the Lion King, like, cause that was something I had watched as a kid, like, you know, just growing up watching the Lion King. And I realized that's who I was, like, you know what I mean? I could see everything was just a different expression of myself.
Whoa.
You know, and ultimately I had gained that awareness, you know, which I had realized was true enlightenment. And and then even after that, it kind of went to a deeper thing where I felt like I had a higher power come into me, which of course it was already there. But like, I remember looking at this painting, because I was in a hotel by myself that I was renting at the time, just by myself, you know. And I had looked at the painting, and I could see God, like I could see God in the painting too, and like I could feel like the higher power like working through me, and literally my body, like literally, it had an energy come into it. Like, I've seen Alex Gray's work before, you know what I'm talking about, how he has this one where this guy in like child pose where they're like bent over like this or some shit, you know what I mean? They're like praying. They're pretty much like praying or something. And for some reason, this force literally came into my body. And it like made my body contort, and I started to like go into this yoga position and praise, and like I could feel like I had gained the ultimate consciousness, because literally it was like my consciousness was like I was thinking of everything. Like I could hear all, you know what I mean? It was like I could hear infinite things. Like I could hear infinite. I was in like that super state of perception, like the Godhead. I was in the Godhead. You feel me? Like I could sense all the energies in the hotel that I was. Like I even picked up on like I like realized there was certain things happening where I was in the hotel where I was at. Like there was a whole lot of shit going on there, and all over the world, and all, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
all these different. And I'm sitting there just laying in the bed, just looking there. It's like, fuck, this is what it's like to be God, because God, you know what I mean? God isn't just. Yeah, it's like that. It's a singular thing, but it's infinite at the same time. So it's like it's a singularity of infiniteness and unlimitedness, and literally like I just sat there and like it kind of made me realize, you know, this is just me being aware of everything that I am, and like that's truly what, you know, like, you know what I mean, like when you realize that you are everything and everything is you, then you gain that unconditional love. You know, you realize the unconditional love, because to hate another would only be to hate your own self. You know what I mean? And you know, don't get me wrong, like just recently, you know, even like some of the people that I was closest with in the past, and like still I know them, we have that deep, like we're soul family, and like I've had times where things that happened to me, and I would, you know, like I would be in a state of like where I felt like, you know, complete rage and like, you know, want to take wrath out on people, but ultimately, you know, it was only a temporary emotion that I had to process, you know what I mean? Like it's still part of my spiritual evolution, and like ultimately it took me a few days, and I came across, to all whom I've offended and been offended by, I broadcast the light of love and forgiveness to all involved, from a consciousness of oneness, including myself. So, you know, ultimately, and then I send that out back to them, you know, and of course, you know, I love them. It's just like, you know, there's the whole spiritual contractual thing, and with your vibration, like when that shit be happening to you, something happened in your life, like you chose that, you know what I mean? Your spirit had already decided that and chose that for your spiritual development and for, you know what I mean? For your evolution. And once you see it from that perspective, and from, you know, with the veil really lifted, and you see through the illusion, then you kind of you let go of the pain, you let go of the hate, and you know, you realize, you know, your true nature, and that shit really can't phase you no more. And that's not to say like you weren't necessarily like treated wrong or like something, you know what I mean? But you ultimately, you learn to forgive yourself, and you focus on the bigger picture, and you know, you see the perfection in things, and you realize the perfection in yourself and others. And you know, you ultimately you're just happier, and you feel more powerful because you're at that level of awareness. And
I mean,
so
can I ask a question?
Like,
you don't stay at that level of awareness, do you? You've had the experience when you've done the mushrooms, but when you come down, you just remember the experience. I'm trying to understand it. So you remember the experience of being high and experiencing yourself as what you truly are, which is God, and everyone around you. But then you go back to normal life, and do you go back to like normal state, or do you still remember, right? Or do you stay high for it? I don't know how it works.
Well,
tell me.
Well, I would have to say that truly, you're always it. You know, no matter what. And to think not truly is the illusion, which it is, but it is a tool though, so that you can, you know, gain more awareness, kind of going back and forth in between those awarenesses, you know. And for me, it is something that I always know, like deep in my heart. That's why if anything will come, like say something really goes down, like something that's really intense. Like recently, I just exposed a confidential informant that was staying in the household that I was staying at. Like it was like pretty much family friends. Like I had nowhere to stay. I ended up staying there, and I'm there for like, you know, a week or so, a week and a half, and just sitting there, being there, and having dealt with certain entities before. Come to find out, there's a confidential informant in the household pretending to be friend to the family and getting them arrested for money, you know, and there's a whole lot, you know, pretty much, you already know, you know, you pretty much slave trade, fucking, you already know. But, you can say Illuminati. Exactly what it was in a way. And, you know, I exposed him straight to his face in front of everybody. He walked up to me. He was like, you know, you know, pretty much who's feds? I'm like, you are, straight to his face. And so what did he do? You know, he went to sucker punch me. He had hit me, right? And literally, I didn't even move. Literally, I had no reaction. I literally just, you know what I mean? I stayed solid. And, like, I was just unfazed. And, like, I knew right there, like, I could have destroyed him. You know what I mean? But I pretty much, you know, I knew I didn't even have to do that. I knew my purpose behind what I was doing, and I stood in confident. I stood strong, and I pretty much just spoke the truth, and I exposed him. Yeah, and he even admitted, you know, on my level of awareness, I was very able to receive it. But he even admitted in front of all the people that it was true what I was saying. And so that was like an example of like where I really had to stand in my divinity recently and really, you know, acknowledge the truth of things. And like, you know, because I know like in my heart, like I know how powerful I am. Yeah. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you have to be wise about how you use your power, because, you know, and like, it's funny because the next day I could get, you know, word. I was at work the next day and somebody was telling me, he's like, yeah, it's like, if you put your hands on them on a CI, you can get in a lot of trouble. And I had, you feel me? It was like my higher self had already known that, and that's why. Because, you know what I mean? Like, if I would have put my hands on him, you know what I mean? I just pushed him off me like that, like instantly, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. I had known, like, if I would have put my hands on him, that's, you know, and having, like, with my dad, you know, my dad had got injured, very, like, traumatic brain injury many years ago in my life, and, like, almost, you know, he had died 4 times, was brought back to life. Then, like, with me, like, I already know, like, how powerful I am. Like, you can put your hands on somebody and kill them. Or, you know, you can kill them, or you can hurt them very bad, and like you can cause a whole lot of destruction if you're, you know, not wise with what you do with your power. Yeah. And so, like, once again, you know, that's why I just chose peace, and, you know, I chose to just acknowledge the truth. And I told him, you know what I mean, like, pretty much I could fight you, but I choose not to, because, you know, I'm not gonna have the police coming over here involved and everything, especially when you're working with them in the first place. So anyways, I said this, right, and then everybody was skeptical at first, right? Because there's even like younger kids in the household, teenagers, you know, parents, all that. A lot of people in this household. And then eventually, and it's funny because before this ever had happened, I would sit there with him and I would observe him. And I would always say, because like his mom the mom of the household got arrested, right? And nobody knew how. Everybody was like, you know, how did this happen? I'm just the one person, you know, that's aware enough, and I see it. And I was telling the child of the mother, I'm like, he was asking me, he's like, who do you think did it? And meanwhile, the person that I'd already suspected, I'm like, and I didn't say anything for a week, you know what I mean, until like after I suspected it. And all I told him, like, the truth will always reveal itself. Like, the truth will always reveal itself, no matter what in life. Whatever it is, the truth will always reveal itself. And that's what I kept saying. True. And then eventually, like, once I really felt like I had to say it, I said it. And then he found out, and that had all happened. And then the mom, come to find out, there's all this different evidence. There's all different kinds of evidence. He was taking videos of her when she got arrested. He had pretty much immunity from any, like, he was already a felon, but he had immunity from any of the charges. Like, he had got charged on him. He got out every single time. And that's just, you know, that's not even going into the whole scope of it. But none of that was the reason why. The reason why is because I can read energy and vibration. And I can pick up and I can tell when somebody's bullshit. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So anyways, the mom comes to find out. The mom realized it eventually. The mom realized it, that he was, and that, you know, I told him there, like, when I was exposing him, like, I'm not going to let you harm this family. Like, I'm not going to let you do this. Like, you can't do this. Like, you just simply cannot do this. You can't act like a friend of these people and then get them fucking arrested and put in jail while you're making money off of it and you're not getting in any trouble. Like, fuck no. Yeah, man. So anyways, everybody came to find out, you know, that I was telling the truth. You know, it wasn't no fucking, you know, it was real. And this shit really does happen every single day. And, like, this is part of the reason why we're here, is to stop things like that, you know, because all different kinds of things to bring heaven on earth,
Oh,
truly. And that's really what it's all about.
definitely. From what you're saying, like I can understand, but I've never had the experience you've had. But I know logically that we are God and God is us. We are infinite consciousness. But that's why I like having people like you on, because that experience is very powerful. It can change our lives knowing that, and it's the kind of thing that the people that run this world don't want us to know, right? The people that run this world don't want you to be dropping shrooms. The people that run this world don't want you to be doing urine therapy
Yeah.
to get healthy. The people in this world do not want you to do urine fast. The one they don't want is a urine fast. You know why?
No,
Shrooms cost
fuck
money,
no.
but urine fasting costs fuck all. If you did a urine fast for a couple of days or a week, holy shit, you're gonna see God like you did, man. But without the shrooms, probably you're gonna experience
Yeah.
God and bliss for real.
Oh shit! I know. I'm talking to him right now, and I know that I'm speaking as him as well. So we truly are one.
We are.
We truly are one, brother. And something else I want to say real quick is
Yeah.
the people that the people right, the energies that run this world. Yeah, the people. Yeah, bullshit. But listen, but yeah, I mean there are, you know how it is. There are some of them involved, but like anyways, once it's an illusion, really. It's like they don't want us to realize that we run this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That we actually run this shit. You know what I mean? And we really do.
Yep.
Like we really do have all the power in our hands.
Yep. We have the power to be healthy. We have the power to be happy. We have the
Yeah.
power to change the world. If the world's fucked up and poisoned right now, the same humans that got us in this mess, we can fix it. We've got the solutions. We can do it now. Make the next generations better. The generations previous to us have been improving on things, steadily becoming stronger and happier and healthier overall. I mean, there's a lot of shit in the world, isn't there? There's a lot of poisons out there. There's a lot of psychopaths and people that don't wish us well. But for every one of the bad people, the way I see it is that there's a lot of goodness. There's a lot of people like you and me, people watching this Facebook, people on Facebook talking about health, talking about happiness, talking about becoming better people. These are the people that we should be proud of, man, and we always got to encourage, right?
I absolutely agree, and I have to say, we truly are those people, and ultimately, all the ones that are doing all the the terrible things and everything, the killing and all that, it's ultimately they are us. We are truly one with them. Send them unconditional love, truly, and all the
I love
best.
that. Yeah. Yeah.
Not to say that means that we're love even those you must destroy.
Yeah.
You must love even those you must destroy, because ultimately there's just certain things that love always prevails, and there's just some things that gotta stop. And
Yep.
Being an example, like that's just one example with like exposing that CI. Like had I not spoke up and said something, what would happen to those kids? What would happen to that family? There's little babies. There's a little girl, a little 3-year-old boy. Like, what would truly be happening right now if nobody stands up?
Yep.
When people aren't doing something right, it's that word, like, or that saying is like, oh yeah, the world won't be destroyed by evil men, but by good men who do nothing to stop it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yes. There's a lot of people doing a lot of people doing that. Like a lot of people are standing and watching on the sidelines, but there should be more people taking the opportunities to take action and really fix themselves and really inspire other people and promote the healing remedies, promote the happiness, be an example to other people, right? To inspire them. Are you there, Dalton? I've got a still shot. Don't know if you're still there. Yeah, man. Frankie does. Sean Penn, huh? Reminds you of Sean Penn. He's a 20-year-old young. Carlos, yeah. That's a great example of we got disconnected. That's super annoying. That is super annoying. Because Dalton's really interesting. Yeah, truth is I didn't actually know that I got him so deep into this stuff. I just know that I loved him and his posts about unconditional love. I knew he was into urine therapy, so I'm kind of learning as much about him as you guys. He's young, he's 20 years old, I'm 31, so I'm a little bit older, but he's into it last year. Just listening to us, a little bit skeptical about P, and he's used it powerfully to enhance his physical being and his strengths of personality. This one consciousness idea is very fucking powerful that he talked about. The seeing God is a very powerful experience, and I envy anyone that either's done shrooms, LSD, DMT, or done a urine fast, or whichever way, fast to dry fast, whichever way they've experienced dissolution of the ego into what you are, which is infinite bliss and infinite consciousness. That's something I'm working towards, but Dalton's already experienced it with the shrooms, and yeah, I'm envious, but I love to learn from people, so that was fucking sick. Carlos, he's got great energy, man. He's 20 years old, and wow, I mean, talking to someone on Facebook's great, but listening to them and watching them, you get a feel for what they are, just like in real life. Facebook's a great medium, but words are easy to type, and it's hard to vibe someone out completely from words. Even me. That's why I like doing videos, so you can see my face, you can see my interactions. It's much better for you to get a feel of, you know, am I congruent with what I post on Facebook? Yes, I am fucking congruent, because I don't fucking lie, and also I want to help people. And the way to do that is to do videos, and Dalton's got great energy, man. Completely congruent. It's the first time seeing a video, completely congruent with his message, and in fact, he's coming to me, so I love that guy's energy, and I'm sure if I could ask him the question, maybe he'll put it in the comments later. I'll get him to put in the comments, like, to answer the question for me. I'd like to know how much of his energy he puts down to urine therapy. Bearing in mind, he does it a lot every single day, and it's daily. Fresh urine he uses, and he doesn't use any aged urine, which is the next level shit. Next level shit. He doesn't even use that stuff, so he's just using daily a lot of stuff. Like he said, he did just before he came on. He's been doing it in the skin, doing it in his nose to protect with the brain inflammation, and drinking it orally. So it's all good, man. My voice, you're in a cartoon. I don't know. I've got a funny voice, Mark. Yeah, I talk quickly as well. That's just me. My brain works quite fast. I'm never going to be one of these guys that talks deep and slow, and I associate that with boring. I've just got high energy. Could be the PP therapy, could be excitement, could be never used to talk much at school, very shy, never used to talk, now just finding my throat chakra and releasing years of emotional trauma from childhood, so I'm getting it all out there, and I feel like, oh, I've got to say it quick. Maybe, I don't know. Carl, aged urine is just like urine that is contained in any bottle, whether it be a plastic or a glass, although preferably a glass bottle. It'll still do it, but any urine contained in a bottle after 15 minutes, it's called aged urine. The longer it ages, the more powerful it gets. The longer you let it sit, the more powerful. You can leave it open top or closed top, it's still going to age. How crazy is that? All you need to do is keep urine in a bottle, contained, light, dark, whatever, open lid, closed lid. That's called aged urine. After 4 days, it gets fucking super powerful. Every day it gets slightly more alkaline. After 3 days, pH 9+ on that, which is very alkaline, and just keeps growing in power, more stem cells as the urine ages. It's crazy, man. Yeah, Mars, people won't believe in UT. People, you get two types of people, open-minded people and closed-minded people. And I couldn't afford to be closed-minded, even though I was for a long period of my time, but when I got desperate, I think that desperation makes open-mindedness more than inspiration. Desperation is a beautiful thing. Never underestimate the power of desperation to try out these therapies and to listen to people, man. I've always looked and listened to testimonies of people in urine therapy, and I thought, I'll fucking try that shit. I'm gonna try it because I've got nothing to lose, and I'm reading this stuff, and why would I disbelieve someone that's healed from cancer from urine therapy if I read the books? That's how I looked at it when I started 2 years ago. I read the books. I read Martha Christie's book, Your Own Perfect Medicine. I remember where I was. It's such a special moment. In the park in Bristol in UK, and I was like, holy shit, this book is amazing. It's got all the science of why urine works. I was like, I've got to try this, and I did, and I didn't think like, ugh, disgusting. You know what, I never thought that about urine therapy. I never thought, oh, disgusting waste product like everyone else does, and a lot of people are immature on Facebook and real life. They're like, yuck, ugh, disgusting, because they think it's a waste product. Well, it's fucking not, and it's not disgusting. It's a piece of your blood. It's like saying, oh, my blood's disgusting. Look, I cut myself. My blood's disgusting. Your blood is life. Without the blood, you are nothing flowing through your bodies. A piece of your blood, 50% of your blood is red blood cells. 48% of your blood is red blood cells. 52% of your blood is blood plasma. Yeah? The yellow stuff. You take away the red blood cells, the 48%, you're left with the blood plasma, which is your piss. Piss is your blood. Half your blood, yeah? That's all it is. Your blood. And people are like, oh, dirty waste product, disgusting. Yeah, well, then your blood's disgusting. Your blood, yeah? People are crazy. Anyway, I don't know if we're going to get Dalton back, man. Let's see if, That's really super annoying that he's gone off. So I think that's it, guys. yeah, I can't invite him back, and that was good, man. That guy's fucking good. I'll tell you what we could do. We could have him on again. I'd like to speak to him again for sure, and yeah, we should definitely have Dalton on again, talking a bit more about that. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. All right, guys. I'll leave you to it. Have a lovely day. I hope someone's got some value out of this. Try urine therapy. Those that are trying urine therapy, there's a lot more to learn, a lot more to discover. Keep drinking more pee, loop your fresh pee, do your age urine. Up the nose if you want an ultimate brain healing. Age urine massaging, age urine sipping. Very powerful stuff. Yeah, and that's it. Peace, love, and stay tuned. And I'll be back to do one this Sunday. This Sunday actually is going to be the fucking best interview. Oh, Dalton was fucking. I just keep saying this, but every interview is getting is the best to me. Dalton's been amazing, and now we got this Sunday we got Fabian as well, who's an age urine therapist. He's got a lot to teach me and you guys if you want to learn about fucking age urine and oxygen. Powerful. The saviour of mankind, he says, and I believe him. Age urine is the saviour of mankind. But that's this Sunday. I'm looking forward to learning from that guy. He's got a lot of science knowledge. Way smarter, so we can tap into that. In the meantime, stay safe. And Dalton, if you're listening, thank you very much, brother. It's been a pleasure. Everyone that's been watching, thank you very much. And add Dalton on Facebook. Dalton Stephen Blavins. I'll put him under the comments. I'll tag him so you guys can add him. You should, because brother's got a lot to teach us, and he's young and ambitious. So, peace. I'm out.